The wife of an Army soldier at Fort Campbell says she was arrested after her husband beat and raped her.
It's hard to look at these pictures. She and another former military wife in Clarksville say ridiculing and discrediting victims are part of a wider Army culture. Our chief investigative reporter Jeremy Finley has been investigating these stories for a year now.
And Jeremy, what you found is really troubling, especially for women.
Yeah, absolutely, Tracy. You know, the data we've obtained is just as startling too. We found 120 people have been sexually assaulted at the post in just a 2-year period. And 2 women are coming forward tonight saying the Army's ugly secret is that an untold number of sex assault victims are the wives of soldiers. A warning, this is a graphic look at what they say they've endured.
Hello, ma'am.
It's October 2020, and Clarksville police are about to arrest Sabrina Gear.
Your husband has made an allegation of assault happen, so I got to do my job. So
he's made an allegation of assault.
The surprise in Gear's voice is because of these photos of the physical and sexual abuse she says she suffered at the hands of her husband, Specialist Chace Gear. Evidence, she says, of why in 2019 she texted his superior inquiring about a military protection order. But she says no one from Fort Campbell ever followed up. She then took screenshots of texts from her husband's fellow soldiers where they mock her sexual assault claims, writing, "Maybe that's all you need to do, Gear, is just show your wife who is in control. Use your penis, not your brain."
I was discredited, disbelieved. I felt also kind of like ridiculed.
So when her husband told police this,
she hit me several times with open, closed fists in the head, stomach.
This was her reaction.
You're arresting me after I was the one who was assaulted.
It was really pretty bad towards the end.
It was only after she was arrested that her husband was finally charged by the military with violations including sexual assault. Fort Campbell's sex crimes records obtained by News 4 Investigates through the Freedom of Information Act show 120 people were sexually assaulted between 2018 and 2020 on post. But Gear and this former military wife says the public doesn't realize what military wives face when they dare to expose the abuse by their sometimes high-ranking husbands.
He had slammed me into the wall, and so my entire left shoulder blade was completely bruised.
Mendy Tesfaye accuses her ex-husband, Major Benjamin Tesfaye, of sexually assaulting her and beating her while they were at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, keeping these photos as evidence. While he wasn't convicted of sexual assault, he was found guilty of assault. Still, this email from his commander shows he kept his rank as major.
He does not deserve that rank.
Now living in Clarksville, Tesfaye has filed complaints with Fort Leavenworth that her ex-husband has repeatedly violated the military order of protection. But his commander wrote to her in an email the violations were addressed as officer misconduct and that the protection order was removed because it is no longer serving its intended purpose.
Do you feel like the military did enough to protect you?
100% no. I feel defeated.
As you know, we have reached out now for a week and a half.
News 4 Investigates repeatedly requested interviews with both Fort Campbell, Fort Leavenworth, and the current and former husbands of both women, but all were denied. As for Gear's husband, Fort Campbell wrote, to afford him and his accuser a fair process, it was inappropriate to further comment. For Tesfaye's ex-husband, Fort Leavenworth wrote, even with his conviction of assaulting her, the Uniform Code of Military Justice does not authorize a rank reduction. Fort Leavenworth also added, commanders at all levels are required to take immediate steps to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone involved in incidents of domestic abuse. Gear says because the military wouldn't protect her, she knew she had to gather evidence, including making this recording she shared with police after her arrest of what she says is her husband admitting to beating her and sexually assaulting her.
I have no justification. It was wrong of me. You never deserve to have a hand put on you.
And how about all the times when you've held me down and had sex with me when I didn't want to have sex?
I don't, like, you seem to think that I'm being insincere in the fact that I'm sorry. And the reason is because I'm not saying I'm justified. I'm saying I don't feel that bad for you.
The lasting impact of battling their military husbands isn't just felt by the wives. They say their children are also scarred as Gear collapsed from a panic attack on the day she was arrested. Listen to what her 9-year-old daughter told police.